Hello, my awesome English learners. Mark here. All right, today I'm really excited because I got a video message a few days ago from a great student, and he asked a really good question. I hope I pronounced this correctly, but his name is Dao Duy Quang. And here you go. Here's the question.
Mark, I'm so happy to watch your video you posted on the Facebook on this morning, and I hope it's gonna have someone and it can inspire someone as well. And today I have one question for you. Um, Me and most of Vietnamese people, we are difficult to pronounce the s and z. So I know the sound is looks like the snake sound, and the z this looks like the bee sounds, right? But I'm not sure about the position of my tongue, my teeth, and my lips. So I hope you can tell more about that. The When we get the right position in my mouth to get the best pronunciation about s and z. Okay, I'm looking forward for your next video. Okay, thank you so much.
Hi, Quang. Again, great question, and I think other students will benefit from this as well. Okay, I'm going to answer this in two different parts. One being with the sounds, as you requested, and the other being with the positioning of your tongue, teeth, lips, and the airflow. So here it is. The first part, we're going to focus on the sounds. You were pretty close, but you just weren't there with your sounds. The S sound you pronounced really well, and you were correct. It's like a snake, when you're hissing of a snake. S, 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 super, save, sit, sad, suspense. Okay, you have to be really strong on that with the S's, and make sure that you just really go through on it, and the air's going to push out, but we'll get to that later as well. And the second one is the one where you had some difficulty with on the Z. You were trying to pronounce it, but it didn't come out right. It sounded more like in between the S and maybe a soft Z. So it sounded like a Z still right there where it needs to be deeper. And how that happens is there's actually two words, voiced and voiceless. The S sound is voiceless sound, which means there's no movement in the vocal cords down here in the throat. So when you say s, super, sad, sit, it's all coming from the front of the mouth, okay, and going through, but there's no movement in your throat. The Z sound, however, it's going to be, just like you mentioned before, like a buzzing of a bee, z, 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 zoo, zebra, boys, because, was, does, is. But you notice it's a little deeper for me and it's stronger because it's voiced, which means my vocal cords here are making it move. And that whenever I pronounce that sound, because, then the vocal, you can feel it in the vocal cords. So that's the biggest difference. And you have to pretty much be aware of that and strong on that sound. Otherwise, it will never sound like a native English speaker. All right. Now, moving on to the positioning of your tongue, your mouth, your lips. Your lips are coming together when you're speaking, both sounds. Your teeth and your tongue actually are in the same position with both sounds as well. So your teeth are almost touching. Sometimes it does with some speakers, native speakers. So when I go s, 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 or z, 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 both times my teeth are, look how close my teeth were, s, s, z, z. They're actually not touching there, even though it looks like they may be, but they are very close and air is still going through. Okay, now the lips have to be relaxed. That's the main thing we talked about in a lot of my classes with pronunciation, and you have to have a relaxed lip. But a lot of times your speakers are nervous or they have anxiety and they get what is called the quivering lip, where they start shaking. And you guys have to figure out a way to prevent that because it will affect your speech and make you sound like you're not a native speaker, okay, or that you're really nervous. When sometimes you're able to, you know what you want to say. Sometimes it just that uncontrollable nerves does that, and it can happen, but you just have to work on it. So here's the positioning of the tongue. Your tongue is actually kind of going to go, here's the tip of my tongue, the tip right there, right here, and it's going to be going, and this is the back of the tongue, and this is actually like the position in the mouth. Now let's pretend that this part are my teeth. So this is my top teeth, and these here are my bottom teeth. Okay, top, bottom. Now the tip of your tongue right here is going to touch the bottom back of my bottom teeth. Okay, on both sounds. So the tip of my tongue on the S or the Z, super, sad, zoo, zebra. They're both on all those sounds, all four words. My tip of my tongue is touching the bottom back of my teeth there. So that's really important. Air's still going through, and then the back part of my tongue touches both sides of the back of my mouth. Okay, and so that's really important as well. But it's something like that. It's hard to control. You just have to make sure the front part, the tip, you can control. The back will take care of itself. So the tip, you have to just make sure is on the bottom, touching the bottom part of the back of the teeth. Okay, that's really important. Super, save. Okay, zoo, zebra, because, does, sit. All right. So I hope that's helpful. And just, it's practice, practice, practice. And that's all you can do. I'm going to give you some examples, and I'm going to say the words and phrases and let you try to repeat them and get really good at them. And here's another thing, you guys. Fluency is the most important. I want you guys to be comfortable to be able to talk with someone for an extended period of time. Pronunciation is important along with intonation. Don't forget about the rhythm, but that will come, okay? So that what I mean by that is the S's and the Z's are important, but if you don't understand, if I ask you a question like this, if I ask you, what time do you arrive at work every morning, or what time does your plane leave, or where are you flying to next week, then whether you can pronounce the sound, the S sound or the Z sound is somewhat irrelevant. So master these sounds, that's a great question, but get that fluency. That means with your listening, that's why these videos are excellent. Get that at a higher level, okay? And just keep practicing that. So great job. Well done. Thanks for letting me use your video. I'm sure it inspired a lot of people. Others out there, send me some videos or questions. We don't have to put them on a video here. We can make it anonymous. And have a great one. Hope this was helpful. Bye.